Hello friends, welcome to next session under the lecture series. Today we'll talk about special type of trees called B trees. Till now we already seen binary trees, we talked about general trees, we talked about binary search trees, ABL trees which are height balanced trees, red black trees which are also height balanced with the nodes colored as red and black. And today we are going to look at B trees. Now why B trees? See, we could get, of course, it is again a search tree. Now, why we go for search tree? Suppose you want to search for a particular key, particular record, right? If the database size is too small, you can create a binary search tree, right? And you can search the data within log n time. Suppose you want to store the records of people in Kolhapur, let's say it's nearly 8 lakh, the population is. And if you want to create a database, and in the database, you want to search for the records. Now here what you need indexing so that searching is faster. But if you use a binary tree, then you can imagine the height of the tree. It will be very deep tree, fine. But what we want, and another thing, when it is stored in the database, it will require a database access, right? So it will need a disk access. And this access is done in the form of memory blocks. It's not a single record, what is or single number of part of database. It is a memory blocks which are accessed when you're accessing a disk, right? In a secondary storage. So what we want to increase the speed of disk access, right? We want to minimize the disk access, right? Number of disk access, and we want to decrease the height of the tree, and we want to increase the number of keys we can store at a particular, at each node, so that lots of data can be stored, which will automatically increase the speed of searching, and it will reduce the disk access, right? Disk access is really very costly because when you're accessing the block, there's lots of process which goes in under it, right? And memory blocks are read, and then you search in that memory blocks for a required key. So in short, what is our main motto of creating B trees is it is for secondary storage, and mainly it is for secondary storage indexing so that searching is fast. So let us look at B trees. Okay. A B tree of order M is a balanced M-way tree. Now order M is nothing but number of children a tree can have. Now when we are talking about binary tree, the order is 2. Why? It can have 2 children, right? Now here you can see here, this is an example of tree of order 5, right? So it can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 children, right? So it's like a general binary search tree where a node can have more than one key, right? And more than 2 children. In case of binary key, we have tree, we have one key and 2 children. But in M-way or in B trees, you can have M minus 1 keys and M children. Fine. Another property is what? All the leaves are at the same level. You can see all the leaf nodes are at the same level, which is not the case in case of binary tree or binary search tree, right? And it maintains sorted data. Like you can see, when you are storing the keys, it will be in ascending order, right? So this concept will be more clear when we look at an example. So first, let us look at the properties. A B tree of order M, right? M can be, usually it's an odd number, right? Each node can have maximum M children. If M is 5, right? Then it can, each node can have 5 children, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Now, minimum number of children at leaf node. Now, this is a leaf node number of children is 0. And root node, minimum number of children can be 2, because to start with, you have a single key, a single element. Right? If you have only this element, then it can have 2 children, right? So root can have minimum 2 children, fine. All non-leaf nodes, these are the internal nodes which cannot be seen here. In fact, in the example, it can be more clear, except the root have at least killing M by 2, right? M is the order. Now here the order of this tree is 5. Order of this tree is 5, right? Now, every node has maximum M minus 1 keys. Every node has maximum m minus 1 key. You can see the order is m, that is 5. So number of keys, maximum keys it can have is 5. 4. 5 minus 1, that is 4. Now minimum keys. Root node can have 1 because in the beginning the single key what you insert is a root node, right? So it can have minimum 1 key, and all the other nodes will have ceiling of m by 2 minus 1 keys. Now when we are talking about ceiling of m1, m by 2 minus 1, ceiling is what? If it is 5, then it is 5 by 2, what you get is 2.5. And because it is a ceiling, instead of 2.5, you take the upper bound, that is will be 3. And if it is float, then it will be 2. Fine. So it takes the upper part, ceiling, that is ceiling. So insertion is always at the leaf node. You never make insertion in the root. Insertion is always at the leaf node. And this tree uses bottom up approach, right? In case of all the trees what we saw till now, like binary trees, binary search trees, ABL trees, red black trees, all were having top down approach of building up, right? You build the tree from root to leaves. Now here you are building the trees from leaf to root, right? So it uses bottom up approach. Now, insertion in a B tree of order m. So how do you insert a key or an element in a B tree of order m? So now order is clear. Fine. Now, you traverse a B tree to find the appropriate leaf node at which the node can be inserted. If the leaf node contains less than m minus 1 keys, then insert the element in the increasing order. As I already told you all, right? When you're inserting, like suppose it has only K1 and K2 and these two are blank. So whenever you're inserting, again you'll check and you insert it in an ascending order. If the leaf node contains less than m minus 1 keys, then insert the element in the increasing order. Else, if the leaf node contains m minus 1 keys, then insert the new element in the increasing order of elements, right? Split the node into two nodes at the median, right? Because if the size of the node, if the node is full and if you insert a new node there itself, then the node is split and the median element is pushed to the parent node. Now again, if the parent node is also full, right, that it contains m minus 1 number of keys, then what? Again, split the parent node also again, and that will move to its parent node, right? The same step is repeated. So this algorithm will be more clear when we look at an example. So let's look at an example. So here what we are doing is we are creating a B tree of order 3. So the value of m here is 3, right? Okay. Now when the order is m, then how many keys it can have? It can have m minus 1. So order is 3. So number of keys it can have is 2. So this will be the node size every time, right? B tree of order 3 can store 2 keys at a time, right? And how many children it can have? It can have 1, 2, and 3. That is m children. Okay. Now let us start. Now these are the list of keys which are given and we are supposed to create a B tree of order 3. So the very first element or key what you read is 9. Just add it into the node. Next what you read is 3. Now again, now when you're inserting it, insert it in ascending order, right? So 3 is smaller than 9. So shift 9 and insert 3 here. Right? Now you see your node is full, right? Capacity m minus 1 is full. Next key what you read is 4, right? So just add it in ascending order, in the order, right? So it will come in between here, right? So what you do, whenever the node is full and a new key comes there, split the node and the middle or the median, you can say, the median of the node will move up, right? It will move up and this will split into left child of the median, that is 4, and right child of 4, right? So the node is split, 4 moves up, left child is 3 and the right child is 9. You can see the size everywhere I'm showing 2 because of the order 3. Fine. Next. Next, now what you insert is 12, right? So compare it with the root, greater than 4, greater than 9, so insert it here. 12 is inserted here. Next, what you insert is 16, right? Again, compare it with 4, greater than 4, greater than 9, greater than 12, so it will be inserted at the end. The node is full now, right? And the new element is at the end. So split the node and what will move up? Median will move up. So what is moving up? 12 will move up here. Fine. So 12 is moved up. 9 becomes its left child and 16 becomes its right side. Is it fine? This moves up. This is left side and this is right side. Fine. 12 moves up. 9 is its left side and 16 is its right side. Now if you look at it very carefully, it's like a binary search tree, right? The root left child is always, or left subtree is always smaller than the root, right subtree is always greater than the root, left is smaller than the root and right is greater than. Only difference is here you don't have only two, you can store number of keys at a time in a node. Fine. Next, now what you insert is 29. Fine. So compare it with the root. It is greater than 12, right? Greater than 16, so 29 will be inserted here. Next, what you insert is 23. Again, compare it with the root greater than 12. So go to the right side, greater than 16, but smaller than 29. So it will become in the center, in between 16 and 29. Now the node is full. So what you do now, you split the node. When you split the node, what will happen? Now what is the median? Median is 23. So 23 will move up to the parent node, right? So 23 is moved up to the parent node. The parent node is also full. So again, this parent node will split and again the middle point, the middle element that is 12 will move up as a new root. Fine. So 12 moves up as a new root. 4 will be its left side and 23 will be its right side. 12 moves up, left side and right side. And this thing remains as it is. This part remains as it is. And here 16 is split. 16 and 29, this node is split. 16 becomes left child of 16 and 29 becomes right child of 16. Again, you see it's the search property is maintained. Everything on the right subtree of the root is greater than the root and left subtree is smaller than the root. That's why we say binary search tree property is maintained. Fine. Next, what we insert is 30, right? So greater than 12, greater than 23, so 30 is inserted after 29. Next, what you insert is 18. Again, compare it with 12. Greater than 12, smaller than 23, so 18 will be inserted after 60. Fine. Now, the last element or the last key what we're inserting is 20. Again, compare it with 12. Compare it with 23, smaller than 23, so come this side. Now this node is already full. 16 and 18 is already stored. So this is an extra key what is here. So now the node will split. What will move up? 18 will move up. Fine. And 18 will move up and 20 will be its left child. So 18 is moved up. See here in the insertion when it's moving up also 23 is moved behind because it is always in ascending order. You can just see 18 and 23. Now 20 will be the right child of 18 and left child of 23 and this side remains as it is. This node is split. Fine. It's very simple. So using these keys, this is a B tree of order 3. Now you look at the height of the tree. The same keys if you use and if you create a binary search tree, you can imagine how deep the tree will be. Right? Here it has reduced the height of the tree, but number of branches has increased. Fine. Okay. Now what are the applications of B tree? A B tree is a self-balanced tree as well as a specialized M-way tree that is used for disk access. Remember, this is really important. This is for secondary or database indexing what we use it. It is used to index the data and provides fast access to the actual data stored on the disk since the access to values stored in the large database that is stored on a disk is very time consuming process because you read blocks of memory. Searching an unindexed and unsorted database containing n key values needs big O and running time because a linear search in worst case. However, if we use B-tree to index this database, it will be searched in big O log n time in worst case. See the amount of time is reduced in searching, right? Now, The application is what? To store the blocks of data, that is secondary storage media, and for multi-level indexing. I hope the concept is clear. So what we talked about is a B tree is also a search tree, or even you can say a secondary storage indexing tree, right? Here we can store more than one key in a node, and it can have more than two children. You always usually have the order of trees. You can have 2, 3 trees also. The tree example what we took of order 3 is again a 2, 3 tree. What 2, 3 tree indicates, like it can store two keys and it can have three children, right? So the example of B tree of order 3 is nothing but it's a 2, 3 tree. Fine. I hope the concept is clear. In the next lecture, we'll look at an example of creating a B tree of order 5. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you.